and their Catholic dad here, March 8th. Years flying by. And well, anyway, we're here for 5 Minute Monday, and I'm going to try to keep it actually right around 5 minutes. Go figure. Today I just want to talk about saints. You know, we're coming up on St. Patty's Day, and we just had St. Valentine's Day. It interests me a lot how people don't want anything to do with the church or anything to do with its teaching until it is a national holiday that doesn't go out and have fun. You know, St. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day are two feasts of the church, and they started and continue to be held as holy days for our church. Now in America, we don't have a holiday of obligation for St. Patrick's Day. Ireland, they do. I've got some family from there, and so it's a holy day of obligation because it is a holy day. The man was a bishop. He converted a country. He was and is a real person, and he's in the communion of saints, and that's what we're doing is we're honoring him. Same with St. Valentine. He was a bishop. He was a real person, is a real person, and he is in the beatific vision now in heaven with our Heavenly Father. What we need to remember is while we celebrate these things, and on previous ones I said, you know, as Catholics we love to party, but what we sometimes do is we overdo it. I don't think St. Patrick's Day is necessarily a day to party to where when you wake up, you may be in Ireland and don't remember how you got there. I don't think that. I think you've missed the idea of the feast. These feasts are supposed to remind us of these people and of their holiness and how ordinary people have achieved great things in holiness. Even though they're fallen individuals, they embraced Jesus, they had a personal relationship with him, and they succeeded. That's what the communion of the saints is there for. That's what the church teaches, is these are ordinary people like you and I who are out here running the race. And they fall, they sin, they got back up, they asked Jesus for forgiveness, and they continued doing great things. They lived a heroic, virtuous life. And that's what we're called to do, and that's why these feast days are here. St. Nickolas, you know, another great saint. We have his feast day. And we're called to imitate these people. So when it comes to the 17th, and I like a green beer. I love a green beer. The kids are always like, what happened to your beer day? And I tell them a leprechaun peed in it, but still, we don't need to get out of hand, you know? Like, keep in mind these saints are there for us to imitate. Have a green beer or two, stay at home, drink responsibly now, guys. You're all mostly adult. Well, it might be kids, I don't know. Don't drink if you can't, all right? But live that virtuous life. Work to imitate these saints on these feast days. Enjoy the times that they have. Keep track of your liturgical calendar. Get one from church. I often put them out right at the first of the year, and they have all the feast days on them and everything. Celebrate these feast days with your family. Man, that's a great way for Catholic families to get together. You want something to talk about at the dinner table? You're trying something new, you know, everybody's getting around. You're like, oh, I don't know what to talk about at the dinner table. Look at the calendar, see whose feast day it is. Some of them names on there you ain't even going to be able to pronounce. They're crazy. Then if you look them up, you can talk about them. You learn something, the kids learn something. And some of the stories are crazy. Crazy. Let me tell you just one thing. Here's what I think about when I wonder. People say, well, I don't know if Jesus is real. I don't know about all this stuff. Have you ever considered the first martyrs and the apostles of the church? And the fact that all 12 of the apostles, with the exception of John, died horrendous deaths. Terrible, terrible tortures. And most of their disciples died terrible deaths too. You know, St. Lawrence, he was burnt to death on a gridiron. Nero was such a crazy guy that he took all the Christians and wrapped them up in nice tight little bundles and dunked them in olive oil and lit them off as tiki torches for his parties. Now, I ask you, friends, if you didn't truly believe in something, would you put yourself through that kind of suffering? I don't think so. I wouldn't. So these people must really, really believe what they saw, what they heard. And that's why they lived, and that's why we live. Do you live a life of virtue like you should? I know I don't. I'm trying, man. I'm struggling. I go to confession. The confession fire flies out from under the door. It's terrible. But I go to confession. I go to the Eucharist. I pray. Man, is it hard. But we're in this together. We're fighting for it, you know? Keep an eye on them saints' feast days. Read. Learn about them. See how they gave their life. See how close they are to you and your struggles. Until the next time, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. However you do your social media. Share us. You know, if you hear something you like, leave it in the comments below. Send us a message. Subscribe to our newsletter. Go to www.adventuresoffatherhood.com and join up. Be part of our newsletter that we send out there. Everyone. I think it's once a month now. My goodness, I don't know. And then there's a prayer corner on that website as well. That if you have something that's bothering you, if you have something you need us to remember you in our prayers, and we're all part of this mystical body of Christ, you know, let us know. I'd love to pray for you. I find it an honor to pray for the people that need it. And so please, feel free to let me know. Again, this is Catholic Dad for Over 5 Minute Monday. And just remember, Jesus loves you. So do I. Oh, man.